guys, and welcome back to my channel. So I just realised I've got blue fluff all over my top from my jacket I was wearing earlier, so please ignore that. But basically I thought I would come on and have a sit down video. Really, I haven't obviously done one since I've been back. I've been back now for a week on YouTube, and I thought it was about time I actually sat down and chatted with you guys and sort of updated you. It's not really much of an update, but kind of talked about why I haven't been on YouTube for so long, things like that. So basically, long story short, life has been a bit mental. I stopped YouTube in, I want to say August, it's now December. I didn't plan on having that much time out. I only planned on having a month maximum. However, it didn't feel right coming back until now with how life has been for me, and how family situations have been and things like that. So yeah, like I said, I didn't plan on having that much time out, but obviously it was what I needed. I feel so much better for having that time out. I feel so much more motivated with YouTube again now, and I basically lost my motivation with YouTube. There was so much going on at home. I can't really talk about it in a lot of detail in terms of what went on with my family, but I can talk about me personally. And for starters, I was on the wrong medication. That was it was hard because the medication I was on wasn't doing anything, it wasn't helping, and when I upped it, it made me unwell. So I didn't have the right balance of medication, I didn't have the right medication, because as you all know, I have fibromyalgia. If you don't know, if you're new to my channel, then I did a video, my very first video I did was all about fibromyalgia and how it affects me. And I am still on a journey to find the right level of medication. I think I'm on the right medication now, thank goodness, but I'm still on a journey learning and working out what is the right level that I need to be on. It's not at the right level yet, so I'm still struggling. I still have bad days. I don't think you ever fully get over that, but I'm struggling more than I should be on the medication I'm on, which means that I need to up it. So I will talk a little bit about medication, just briefly, if people are on it, because I know if you're not on this certain medication, you might not know what it is, so you might not be interested in this, but if you are on this medication, then you might be. So I was previously on, I've been on many antidepressants. First of all, I've tried lots of different antidepressants, and then alongside that I then started pain meds, because the usual paracetamol, ibuprofen, all of that stuff was not touching my pain. It never really did. It's a different breed of pain altogether. I do take ibuprofen if I get really bad flare-ups on top of my pain meds, but on their own they don't do anything. So that was a problem. I couldn't just stick to that, so I eventually got put onto pain meds, and for fibro patients they tend to put you on pregabalin if you are taking an separate antidepressant. Now I thought I was quite settled on the antidepressant I was on, so that was hence why my doctor put me on a separate pain med. It will make more sense in a minute. So I was then put on, I was on sertraline, I think was the antidepressant that I was then taking, which I was settled on. I was then taking pregabalin for my pain. However, the pregabalin was doing nothing. I was not happy that I was making the right choices. I knew of a different tablet, a different medication which works for a lot of fibro patients. I was made aware of this, and as far as I was concerned, I wasn't getting the right pain relief from the amount of pregabalin that I was on. My antidepressants, yes, were working to some extent, but I was still still wasn't where I would like to be. I was having to do a lot of work to still deal with my anxiety, deal with my depression. I was still having to put a lot of work in. Yes, I wasn't having side effects, which I had for a lot of antidepressants. I had major side effects. However, it wasn't actually handling the depression and anxiety as well as I'd like it to have done. However, I stayed on this antidepressant because I thought I've not had side effects. I'm going to stay on it because I don't want to change again, because when I've changed before, it's been horrendous. I've had bad times with antidepressants. I really didn't want to change. So we upped my pregabalin, which is my pain med. However, it just made me really unwell, to be honest. I had side effects that were not bearable, they weren't treatable, so it meant I couldn't go up any higher in the pain meds. It meant either I stayed at where I was with the pregabalin and with the antidepressant, I just stayed at this level that I was, which clearly wasn't right for me because it wasn't helping my anxiety and depression as well as it should have been, and I was in agony more than I should have been if I'm taking pain meds. So something wasn't right. So then I decided to ask my doctor about a tablet called duloxetine. To be honest, my doctor didn't want me to change onto it, purely for the fact that I would have to come off of my antidepressants and pain meds at the same time. So duloxetine, it's dual, so 2 usually means. So it's 1 tablet that does pain and is an antidepressant. So anyway, having discussed this with my doctor, I then made the decision to come off of my antidepressant and my pain meds all in one go. Now, if you've not been on antidepressants, you may not know this, but when you're on an antidepressant, 9 times out of 10, you have to wean yourself off of them to then wean yourself on a new one. I've done it before because, like I said, I've changed antidepressants quite a few times. However, I've not normally been on such a high dose of antidepressant by the time I realised that I'm having side effects and I need to change, because obviously I didn't have side effects with this one, so I carried on upping the dose to try and help. So that meant that I had to strip back and wean myself off for a fairly long period of time. I think it didn't take me that long. Sometimes they can take a lot longer. I'm quite lucky in that sense, because the ones my mum are on, it can take her like 3 months to wean off or something like that, which is crazy. Whereas for me, it took me a month to wean off. Having said that, a month is a long time still. So I had to wean myself off of the antidepressants, and when I say wean myself off, I mean reduce the amount I take. So I'd start off by taking my normal amount, then half of that amount, my normal amount, like every other day for a week. Then the next week it would be the half amount for the whole week, then it would be every other day. That's the kind of gist, you get the idea. So basically I had to do that for a month. Then I had to have a week where I was on absolutely zilch. My pregabalin I kept taking until I had that week off, because I was on such a low dose anyway, because like I said, I couldn't up it because of my side effects. So I was on a really low dose of that anyway, so I carried on taking that until that week where I had nothing. I was really anxious about that week, I'm not going to lie to you. I also ended up having my period on the same week, so that was really fun. However, I didn't actually have that bad a week. Other than my period, because I have really horrible periods, I didn't actually find that it was that bad. The thing that I found bad was the weeks after. Now, this may seem strange to some people because I had then started my new tablet, so why wasn't I feeling better already? Antidepressants can take up to 3 months to stop working. So the way I look at it is I was basically on nothing for, I want to say, a good month or more. It's only just started having an effect. I'm currently waiting to up my dose as I am right now. But alongside all of that, I had a massive issue, and I did contemplate doing a video about this a while ago, and I did actually record myself when I had just found out some really bad news about it. Basically, as you will know, I have mentioned it before, that I have been on the pill since I was 14, and I've been on the same one since I was 14 because it works for me. It's the right one for me. Until, I don't know, I think this was something that triggered me to actually come off of YouTube for a while, because I was struggling to process it all. And I basically found out that my BMI, which is how they sort of measure whether or not you can be on this certain pill, basically I was on Lucette. I've been on it for years, like I said, and never ever had an issue, other than one point when I came off of it for a short period of time, thinking it was affecting my migraines, but it wasn't. So I'd got used to how it worked. I liked the fact I had control over my period. If I could carry on taking it every day. In America they actually suggest it, so I was able to not ever have a period if I didn't want to, but I had one probably every 2-3 months, and I kind of plan it around what I was doing, because obviously with anxiety it just doesn't go well with period. My periods are not nice. I have quite heavy ones even on the pill. My cramps get bad, so I basically end up bedbound for most of the time on my period, and it kind of goes along with the fact that obviously I've got fibro, so my pain tolerance is, I mean, to be fair, my pain tolerance is pretty high considering I have to cope with the amount of pain I'm in each day. But because I'm handling that amount of pain in my body each day, when something else comes along and disrupts that and hurts me alongside it, it's the worst thing ever. So yeah, to be on the pill I was on, so I was on a combined pill and it had estrogen in it. And in order to stay on the pill with estrogen, you have to have a 6 month, or around 6 months. They changed it to a year at one point. I don't know what it is at the moment. You have to have a check basically. So you have to be weighed, have your blood pressure, have your height done, all of that stuff. And so I was used to doing that as well. I wasn't fazed by that. And then went for a regular BMI check like I normally do, had it all done, and I got told I was no longer allowed to be on that pill because I'd gained too much weight. Now, as I've already mentioned, I have ED, and I was at a place where I was quite comfortable with where I was. Obviously I'm still not now. I wasn't then healthy particularly. I can't exercise. I've got, like, unfortunately I am stuck to rely on food as my main way to maintain or lose weight, and that linked with an eating disorder is not great. So hearing that news and hearing that basically everything that I've known since I was 14, I'm now 22, is being changed, and something that's so vital that I do every single day, that threw me. And also to know that if I lost weight I could be on it again. So it was a very stressful period of time when I found that out. Ultimately I wasn't on the pill for contraception. I never have been. I was on the pill for tracking my periods for helping my skin was the primary reason I was on it. So they were my main concerns, not the contraception part of it. So when she was offering me other forms of contraception, I was like, no, I don't want to do any of that because it's not right for me. Basically, if you're over on your BMI, you can't have any sort of contraception or pill or anything like that that has estrogen in it. So it can't be a combined. So by the time I spoke to my doctor, I'd already come up with a solution. Now, that solution is to take a different pill. To be honest, I may not even stay on a pill. I am considering coming off of all forms of pills and stuff because it does affect your hormones. It does affect your tiredness. It does affect your body. You don't have actual periods when you have a period on the pill. And there are a lot of things I need to think about in that sense. But basically, I'm going to stay on this new pill that I've been put on for 3 months and see where I'm at. But I haven't had any negative side effects other than what I was already having from the duloxetine. So a little bit of sickiness, and that's kind of it. I have to take it every day. But yeah, that is kind of where I'm at with my... The other thing that's happened is I am now also getting in contact with weight management. I've been referred to them through my doctor finally after years of trying, because I am not convinced that it's just me that's causing me to not lose weight, because I was on a form of diet. It's not a diet, it's called Noom, and if you haven't looked it up, I do recommend it if you're struggling, because it teaches you to look at food in a completely different way, in a healthy way, and it was really working for me. I stuck to it. I was really doing well on it, and I was on it for a good couple of months and I lost no weight. I'm not joking. Now, like I said, can't exercise, but I have done that kind of thing before where I've probably eaten more than that a day, and I was losing weight and I wasn't exercising. So I am getting in contact with weight management because I think that there is something else going on, whether it be my tablets or something else. I'm not convinced it's just me. So that is something else that I'm waiting for. Hopefully the referral will come in the new year sometime. So yeah, that's something else that I'm getting help for. There are obviously other, like I said, other aspects in my life which are not my thing, but obviously it affects the family. So I've had to kind of manage that as well. And just general life, like general life sometimes can just be really hard work, and that's okay. It's okay if it's hard work at the time, but it's just finding the positives out of the hard work, because like, although the last few months whilst I've not been on YouTube have been really quite hard, I've had some really, really fun times in amongst that. Like, I've posted quite a lot on TikTok whilst I've been off of YouTube, kind of like mini vlog type things on TikTok. It's just been nice to kind of be in the moment as well a bit more, because obviously when I film for YouTube, it's really hard to get that balance of being in the moment and trying to film everything. And obviously the people that I spend time with a lot of the time don't really want to be on YouTube, which obviously I've got to respect that. So yeah, it's been nice to just enjoy spending time with them, not having to think, oh, I need to be filming this or whatever. I may record it on my phone, but yeah, it's been nice. And obviously I still have filmed a few videos whilst I've been off, which is why they are coming out now as well, because I still wanted to film some experiences, not even if I wasn't posting them at the time. So in terms of my posting schedule, so I posted one video on the 1st of December. I will have posted a second video on the 5th of December. Right, so this video will be up on the 8th, sorry. And then there'll be another video up on the 12th, and then there will be another video up the 15th, hopefully, and then hopefully the 19th. Do I post one up on the 26th? Will people watch a video on Boxing Day? Can you let me know down in the comments below if you would watch a video on Boxing Day, or whether I should just leave it until after Christmas? Because after Christmas I will probably go back to my regular every Sunday at 4 p.m. But the reason why there's more likely going to be 2 videos every week in December is because I had stuff obviously previously filmed from the time I was out, so that's why there's extra videos this month. And also I wanted to do Christmas videos in amongst that as well, so that's why there's 2 every week. So on Wednesdays they're at 6 p.m. and on Sundays they're at 4 p.m. in December. But like I said, Sunday, the week of Christmas, is Boxing Day. So can you let me know down in the comments below if you would watch a video on Boxing Day, or whether I should just leave it till after Christmas? That would be great if you could do that. But other than that, I've chatted for a very long time, and I think I've caught you up mostly with what's going on in my life. I mean, I can always do another catch-up video in a couple of weeks' time if I miss things out. But I hope that kind of explains what's been going on. Also, we've talked a little bit about medications, about contraceptions, about, what else we talked about? Weight, eating disorders. We talked a little bit about everything. So I feel like it's been a proper good catch up, and I hope you guys are all okay. Let me know down in the comments below if you're alright and things like that. And I hope you're having a really good December month. We've got all our Christmas decks up now and it's making me really happy. Like, my bedroom is my little safe haven. I've got my Christmas tree. If you'd like to see how my room is decorated, go and check out my TikTok, because there will be a video up there by then. I think what my aim is now coming back onto YouTube is filming vlogs and hauls like I always do, but also being a bit more open with you guys, sitting down, having more talk videos, because I'd lost that. I didn't want to do them because I didn't want to get personal, whereas I miss doing that. When I started my channel, that's all I did because that was what I wanted to do, and I've missed it. So I hope that's alright for you guys. Obviously there'll still be vlogs, there'll still be funny videos, there'll still be hauls, there'll still be all of that in there, but just a few more sit down videos. Thank you guys for watching, and yeah, let me know about the 26th on Boxing Day, and I will see you all in the next video.